Hello dear students, good morning. Students, my name is Shahbaz Ejaz and I will teach you EVS and class. The first topic I am going to start today, the topic name is the environment. Okay, so now today we will study about the environment. Okay, class, you also open the book and see the content. Class, and now I'm going to start the explanation of this topic. Class, the environment. In starting this chapter, there are some few terms are given as like organism. What is organism? A living being is an organism, as like us, right? As like animal, they are the organisms. Environment, system of variety of element, right? If any system has some different types of element, they are called environment. Okay, class. Microorganisms, in detail also we will study, but just before I am telling you to start this topic, microorganism is small living beings that cannot be seen with naked eyes. They are called micro, and microorganism which can seen by microscope, because they are very small. They are very so many times of smaller than bacteria, which we cannot see with the naked eye. Chlorophyll, it is present in plants. Pigment in leaf that make plants green in color. As we see, the plants are green. The reason that is all due to chlorophyll. It's just one type of pigment. Okay? Photosynthesis, this is the process. Okay? Photosynthesis, process of making food by plants. Plants which make their own food. We do not provide food for them. They make their food own. Right? So this is the process. That process is called a photosynthesis. Okay, class. Subsoil. What is subsoil, class? A layer of soil beneath the topsoil. What the soil we see just beneath, just below, right? There another layer. That layer is called subsoil. And the last point, aquatic, which is the term it's related to water. Okay. So now, class, the topic is going to start the first paragraph. The environment referred to our surrounding. The environment refers to our surrounding, in which we are living. That the whole is environment. Whatever we look around is part of our environment. All living beings, organisms live in their surrounding or environment. One picture is given there, class, on page number 5. You see, in this picture we notice so many things like animals, man, woman, house, trees, soil, cloud, etc. all includes in environment. Things observed in the first picture can be observed in this picture also. Class, now I am discussing about the next picture, which is given on the page number 6, but they are different. The first picture is quite different, the second picture is quite different, but they are different. Even the dress of man is different from the woman. Okay, so class here, what we have observed? We have observed in both the pictures some few changes are there, because the environment has changed, so their surrounding has changed. Okay, class. All the things seen in both the picture, class. Now from this para we are comparing both the pictures. Okay, and given on page number 5, given on page number 6. All the things seen in both the pictures are part of the environment, in addition to many other things like wind, rain, temperature, etc. Things in both the pictures are different because of the different environment, as I just told you this before. So as when the environment is changing, then the surrounding things also will change. Okay, this means that the environment change from place to place. Okay, as you change your place, then environment also will be changed. The environment of desert is different from the environment of coastal area. When you go near the sea, what the environment, what the environment you observe, and when you go in any desert area, then it's a hot, right? So then you will get some different environment because the surrounding is changing, because the place is changing. Similarly, the environment of plains differ from the environment of mountains. And now we are living on a plain. If you go on a mountain area, and what you will see some little bit, so many changes we will get in living style, fashion, dressing, right? All the things are being changed. Why? Because the place is being changed. Now, class, I am going to explain the next topic, one sub topic, organism, right? An organism is a living being like plant, insects, bird, animal, man, bacteria, etc. All are the organism, right? Each organism lives in its environment. Each organism is also a part of total environment, because all the organisms, they are the part of an environment. Okay, one organism affect the environment of another organism. What is mentioned here? One organism affects the environment of other organism. For example, one example is given there. It's a good example is given there. Man cuts the tree, and therefore the effect of environment of birds and animal that feed on the tree. You see what we have observed. That's why we say we should make some plants around it, right? In our balcony, in our garden, right? We have to do some plant. We should not do deforestation, right? We should not cut our trees, because from the plants, from the trees we take oxygen, and the plant takes CO2 from us. What we do, exhale that our plants and trees takes. Now the next is, what is environment? What is environment? What we have observed about environment, right? Environment is a system that that includes, that comprises of a variety of elements. So many different elements are comprises in environment. Okay, that's why we say always be in a good environment, be in a happy environment, right? Be in a positive be in a positive environment. We should not go around and just go in any negative and a bad environment. Always be in a happy, good environment. That's why which make us happy. The environment which make us happy. Then that is such a environment we should be survive. We should be live. These elements, it is mentioned there. Environment is a system. It is a one system that comprises of variety of elements, and these elements includes are temperature. Temperature is also one element, one part, one element of environment. Temperature, wind, humidity, plants, animal, man, and so on. Okay, class. Plus one line is mentioned there. It says life zone on earth, means what the part of means wherever the life is there on earth, life zone where the life is possible, life zone on earth are also called biomes, right? They are called biomes. Water, man-made feature, etc. Means water, man-made feature. They are the elements of environment. All these elements interact with each other. We are attracted with the wind, right? So all these elements interact with each other and make the environment livable, where we can live, right? Where we can survive. For example, tree grows in a soil, right? And the soil gets moisture from rainfall, and many factors control the rainfall like winds, cloud, relief, temperature, ocean, and etc. So actually, class, here we are discussing about the environment, and when we start the topic environment, then we have seen what we have seen. We seen it is discussing about the element, different varieties of elements present in any environment. Class, now we are going to start the next subpart. It is the elements of environment. It is the complete discussion is given there, which tells about the elements of environment. Okay, elements of environments are of two types. One is living and non-living. Living also called say biotic and abiotic. Biotic, bio means life, which has life, it's called biotic. Which the things which do not have have life, like mobile, like laptop, they do not have life. They are called abiotic. Water and so on. Elements of environment are of two types: is living and non-living. Living elements are plants, animal, man, bacteria, microorganisms, right? Fungi, etc. They also called the biotic, as I just told you, that word has come here. They are also called the biotic component of environment. Next is the next point is the abiotic. What is the abiotic? So the non-living elements are land, air, water, right? And what I which the thing which do not have life. Your books, it is also abiotic. Water, light, building, etc. They are called the non-biotic, also may be called abiotic elements of environment. Okay, class. So now, class, the next come on page number 7. I hope, class, you understanding all the things. All the very easy thing, very simple language is mentioning here, and no any big things is given there. It's very interesting topic, because first we must know about the environment where we live, where we survive. We must be aware. A lot of aware, because how the environment is where we survive. So we must be aware about our environment. Types of environment, class. Broadly, the environment is of two types. One is natural environment and one is social environment. Before the biotic and abiotic, there is another subcategory of environment, which is natural environment and the social environment. Natural consisting two parts, one is living and non-living. So there is one figure is given, one hierarchy table is given, tree diagram. It is also called a hierarchy. It is given there. So environment has two parts, natural and social. From social, there is one part is give out, that's a man-made thing. Okay, and from natural, there are two part has come out. One is biotic and abiotic, right? And from the biotic, there are three parts. One is microorganism, which we can see by the microscope. One is plant, one is animal. And from the abiotic, it's a land, air, water, right? So this is the categories of environment. Okay, class. Now next, I'm just moving on. The social environment is made up of human artifact like buildings, dresses, food, roads, machine, etc. They are made by human, and they are called social environment. Natural environment, it includes of both the living and non-living environment. As it is mentioned in above, all the microorganisms or the plants or the animals, they comes, yeah, land, water, air, right? They all comes in natural environment. Okay, class? Or the living and non-living. And what we have made, buildings we have made, aeroplanes we have made, right? Mobiles we have made. They comes in, it's a man-made thing, no? So whatever the man-made thing, they are called a social environment. Building, dresses and so on. Okay. Next is biological, say biotic environment which has life. Bio means life. So which has life, it's called a biotic environment. It consists of living elements like man, plants, an animal and microorganism, right? It's a very simple thing. So you must know, you must be aware about what things are compresses in biotic environment, what is natural, what is a natural environment, what is social environment. This means you must be aware from all these terms, okay? And not aware, you have to learn it. You must be learned. If somebody asks you, right, so you must have an answer. Instantly you can answer that. Next is I just going about going to explain you about microorganism, which is very small, which we cannot see with the naked eye. We have to use one aid, and with the help of aid, we can use we can see microorganism, right? And we do use microscope to see the microorganism. Microorganisms are also part of biological environment. These organisms are very small, cannot see with the naked eye, and when the fact is given there, you see the virus, and this word is very much spread out along this time, coronavirus, right? So it is also one virus. Okay. Oh, may God save us from this virus to each and everyone. So virus is an infectious agent, is an infection which makes some infection in the body, into the body, right? So virus is an infectious agent present in all life forms. In all life, it is present in all life forms. Means however the life form is, the virus is present. Okay, so it is 10 to 100 times smaller than bacteria. Okay, so it's a one fact. You also you must know it. As the para is continuing, that is why they are called microorganism, because it cannot see by the naked eye, and we take help of microscope. So that is why they are called a microorganism. They can be seen with the help of microscope. All right, and microorganism. There is one advantage is also there. Yes, God created so many things, and God do not does not God does not created this microorganism. He created this microorganism with some quality. And what is the quality here? One quality is coming here. It's very interesting part. Microorganisms help in decomposing the matter. Decomposing the matter, right? Decompose means break down into a simple form, right? If you keep the food for 1 hour, for 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, it will be spoiled. With the help of microorganism, if microorganism would not be there, then if you put that food, right, outside and anywhere, so it will not spoil. But there is a microorganism which decompose the food. Okay, so microorganisms help in decomposing the matter. Therefore, they are also called a decomposer. It's an important part. You have to learn it. Okay, in this process of decomposition, the dead bodies are converted into the simpler compound of carbon dioxide, that is CO2, nitrogen, water, etc. Okay, which mix with the soil or air, because that body which is in the environment, maybe on the soil, right? So after with the help of decomposer, what it does, that body are converted into the simple compound of CO2, nitrogen and water with mixed with the soil or water. Simple, clear? And all these simple compound can be used by plants. Okay, class? Now, class, the next point is plants. Of all the living things of all the living things, the plant are the most dominant and important, right? All green plants are green because presence of pigment called chlorophyll, what I explained you in the starting, right? Due to chlorophyll, we see the plants are green. They produce food for animal, microorganism, and man. They are who produce plants produce food for animal, microorganism, and man. Okay. In simple word, they provide food to all, right? And the elements of to all the elements of biological environment. So plant is the basic source from which we it's a one source by which we provide and the plant provide food to all the biotic components. Therefore, they also called the producer. Plants also called the producer because they produce the food. Or autotroph. What is the meaning of autotroph? Auto means self, troph means food, which makes food to our own self. They are called autotroph. Okay. But what is their source of food? There should be some source of food, right? So plants makes it's an important para which you have to learn it. Plants makes their own food with the help of chlorophyll, sunlight, water, minerals, and carbon dioxide from air. What we do is same. Okay, and the process of making food by the plant is called a photosynthesis. This word also I explained you in starting the chapter, right? In the process of photosynthesis, the carbon dioxide is taken in and oxygen is given out, and that CO2, that oxygen that we take and inhale, right? So in the process of photosynthesis, the CO2 is taken in and oxygen is given out, as I hope everyone know it about it, and the oxygen is used by all animals and human beings.